Fundamental of C. C language is designed to create small and fast programs. It's lower level than most other languages. C is used where speed, space, and portability are important. Most operating systems are written in C, as well as most other computer language and game software are also written in C. Now, how C works? That means what you have to do to to run your C program. So, first thing you have to do is create your source file. That means source file is nothing but it contains human readable code, that is your program. Then you have to compile your source program. So the compiler will check the error, and once it's happy, that means it found no error, it compiles the source code and create a new executable file. Then after compilation, it will generate one output file. That means your executable file that contain machine code, a stream of 1 and zeros that the computer understand, and that's our program you can run. Over here in this figure, this is a scenario of a Linux or Unix where I have used GCC command to compile my C program. So if you are using a Windows or other operating system, then scenario will be different. But over here I have used terminal, that's why I have used GCC command, and after that I have mentioned our C file. That means you can see that this is our source file and I have named it as a rocks.c. So if I want to compile my C program, then after GCC command I have to mention my C file name, that is rocks.c. Once you execute this command, your output file will be generated, but you have to identify with your own name. That's why you have to also mention name of your output file. So -o. After that you have to mention your output executable file name. So I have mentioned rocks. That's why the executable file is named as a rocks. This is the thing in terminal. But if you are using a window, then it will be called as a rocks.exe instead of rocks. Compilation and execution. To type your C program, you need another program that is called editor. The second thing you need is a compiler. Compiler vendors provide an integrated development environment, that is IDE, which consists of an editor as well as compiler. Assuming that you are using a Turbo C or a Turbo C++, then what are the steps that you need to follow to compile and execute your first C program? The first thing you need to do is write your program, that is a human readable code. Once you write it down, then save it with .c extension. This is the important step. Must save this file with .c extension. For example, program1.c. After that, there is one compiler tab. Click on that. So your program will be compiled, and if your program is compiled successfully, then you just have to run your program. But if compiler give you an error, if it can be a logical error, syntax error, okay, so you have to first fix that, again compile it until your program compiles successfully, and then you have to execute it. Steps in learning C. The first thing you will learn about special symbols, alphabets, digits. Then you will learn about the constant, variable, keyword. Then what are the instruction? And if you learn these three steps, that means three things, then you can able to build your own C program. Constant, variable, and keywords. The first thing we learn about a variable. Over here, this is, let's assume this is our memory area where we want to store value 3, where I want to store number 3, okay? But I want to store it, then I have to identify it with certain ID. That's why, for example, I gave it name as X. That means this storage area. Storage area is identified as X and it hold the value 3. If I want to change this value, then can I do that? Yes, I can do that. So now I have changed its value with X is equals to 5. So the location whose name is X can hold a different value at a different time. Then X is known as a variable. So I can define variable as it is nothing but a name given to a storage area so that your program can manipulate it whenever it requires. But if I cannot change the value of variable once it is assigned, then it is called constant. Constant. Its name suggests or its name itself describe their purpose. Constant. That means once you have declared and assigned a value, then it will not gonna change for lifetime of a program. There are certain rules to construct a variable name. The first character in variable name must be an alphabet or underscore. No commas, no blanks are allowed within the variable name. No special symbols other than underscore. It can be used in a variable name. That means you can start your variable name with alphabet or underscore. Now the question is, how is C able to differentiate between these variables? So here comes data types in picture. C compiler is able to distinguish between the variable names by making it compulsory for you to declare the type of any variable that you wish to use in your program. So what I have to do is to, if I want to store some value, that's why I have to give it to name, variable name. So I have given X is equals to 5. But besides that, I have to also mention the type of data that I am going to assign to that variable. So this part is known as data type. This type declaration is done at the beginning of the program. This is just a common convention in C programming. In C programming, you have to declare all the variable in the beginning of a program. In other language, this is not a common convention. A declaration announces the property of variable. It consists of a name and a list of a variable. For example, integer Fahrenheit and Celsius. That means over here I have declared two variables named Fahrenheit, that is FAHR, and the second one is a Celsius. Besides that, I have also mentioned a data type. So over here the keyword int that refers to integer. Integer is a data type. I will just explain you what is integer. Integer, lower, upper and step. That means I have declared three variable named lower, upper, step of having data type integer. Then I have declared two variable, value 1, value 2 of float data type. Size of this object is also machine dependent. For example, I have declared one variable FAHR, okay, FAHR of type integer. So this will gonna reserve some portion of a memory to hold a value. So this size of a memory, that is to be reserved for FAHR is depends on machine dependent. If you are using one machine, then integer will store 4 bytes. If you are using another machine, then it will hold 2 bytes. There are also array structured union of these basic types, pointer to them and function that return them. This is just an advanced part. We will learn it about later. C provides several other data types besides integer, float, including character, short, long and double. So Character, which is a data type to store a single byte, to store a single character. For example, if I want to store P for parrot, P, then what I have to do is you have to write a sentence, character, CHAR, character, char, P. P is a variable of type character that will gonna store your character. Then the next one is a short integer. Next is a long integer, and then after that is a double. Double is a double precision floating point. So I will explain you how it is different. What is difference between integer float in our program, in our C program. Then next one is a C keywords. C keywords are the word whose meaning has already been explained to the C compiler. The C keywords are also called reserved words. There are only 32 keywords available in C listed below. So this is the list of a keyword, that is a list of a reserved word. So these keywords you cannot use at your as your variable name, as your function name, as your structure name, as your union name. Okay. For example, there is one keyword called return. Okay. So if I write integer return, then it will be gonna error during your compilation. Your compiler will give you one error message. Okay. So this is not permeable in C or even in every language. This is a common rule that you cannot use a reserved keyword as your function name or a variable name. But what does a complete C program looks like? So the answer is, to create a full program, you need to enter your code into your C file. C source file can be created by any text editor, and their file name usually end with C. So our in next video we will learn about how C programs look like, how do we execute it, what are the part of C program. So this is it in this video lecture. Hope you're gonna like it. Thank you.